Hello, my team fans, it's Loshbaum back at you from the Diamond League. Can't believe I haven't lost yet. I've got a pretty good team intact, and the guy I'm going up against has got Ray Allen, the Amethyst version, at point guard. And that's a very good card. Don't have it myself. I did use the Ruby Deep Shooters 1 version, but I have a lot of respect for the very athletic Amethyst version. So we'll see what he does to Jerry West, and I get the tip, and generally that's going to result in Wilt just going straight under the hoop for the dunk. And in this game, things don't go so well for my opponent, and I'm just going to focus on getting a triple-double. So I'll talk to you a little bit more about that. And when I go for these triple-doubles, because I do it so frequently, I'd like to show you all the gameplay and how quickly I came. I don't really focus much on my opponent's abilities and plays, and for that matter, other players on my team. I just want to bring you the highlights of all of the rebounds, assists, shots, and just kind of show you how that triple-double developed. Now, I actually have had a triple-double in this game before, but it was versus the CPU. And you have 6-minute quarters, which are a minute longer than what you have in MTO. And you're playing against the CPU's AI, which, if is unchecked like a human can do, will allow you to abuse the same moves again and again and again. And that's why you'll see people just drop tons of points, whether it be against friends or against the CPU. And I really just don't think that counts. And I actually was also able to drop a triple-double with Sabonis. He's got very good passing, so that height gets him the rebounds, and he scores a ton of points. But Wilt is going to get going really early in this game. I'm using that break starter right there, and that's a killer combo. You got break starter on both Wilt and Unseld, and they're just going to chuck it down the court to each other, and it's just a really good combo to have in your front court. Now, Wilt's really good under the hoop, but Unseld is really good outside. And it's really nice to have a stretch 4 because that gives me many more assist opportunities with Wilt. You can just kick that ball out, and everybody around him is a pretty good shooter from deep. I was at 5 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists in the first quarter. And I'm going to call for some more of these cheesy give and goes here. I got MJ, he's the ideal guy. The pass is right over Yao, and MJ just lays that in. My strategy for getting this triple-double with Wilt is to get those assists early. So I'm going to go to any sort of cheesy maneuver I can to get them, whether it's the give and go or maybe a potential putback situation where it gets kicked out for that extra assist, because under normal gameplay conditions he's probably only going to get a couple of assists. I've got a better guy to throw the break starter pass in Unseld, and if he's under the hoop I'm probably going to put it back. With that shoe that I have on him, it's really easy hitting those free throws, and if you can just get to the line again and again and again with him, it kind of just changes the way that your opponent plays. And there's nothing better than having him getting going underneath the hoop in the paint, getting to the line, and just scoring tons of points, and your opponent altering his offensive strategy because of it, because they know that there's this monster out there in the middle that's just going to score or get to the line every single possession. There's another guy I have on my team that can really make your opponent feel helpless, and it's Dominique Wilkins, who just got back-to-back dunks. Kind of have like a personal rule where if I get the ball on a rebound with Wilkins, I'm going to go ahead and just try and go coast to coast for a poster every time. And with that Hall of Fame one-man fast break, it makes it well worthwhile. A lot of times they'll just get to the line, but you're still getting points. So you got the pick and roll here and the oop, and Wilt gets it in. I really wish that Wilt's oop was better. That's definitely what I would consider a weak point for him. When you have Shaq out there who literally will catch any lob and just smash it down with tremendous authority, and you're used to that, and then you go to Wilt or even David Robinson, they're just much weaker at throwing it down. And a lot of times they'll just tip it in, and I'd say it probably goes in a little more than 50% of the time. But that's a better play there. If I can keep it on the ground and get it to him, even with a flashy pass, which would be better, I'm going to have a much better rate of success. Now I'm in the post now. I'm 9 and 11 and 8 with him. So I'm feeling really good about this triple-double. I know that I can get 1 more point and 2 assists out of him. It's just gravy, and he doesn't even need to play the entire fourth quarter. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in my subs here to begin the quarter. Figure that Wilt has earned his rest, and it's just a 10-point game right now. And you got that monster rainbow out of GP. And this is one of those silly, things that I see with the game where you'll have a guy off ball get fouled, and he'll go to the line where the shooter is somebody else, and you're not in the bonus. So I don't know if that's how it is in real life or the NBA, but even if it is, it happens all the time. And sometimes you'll see it 2-3 times a game, and it's just pretty wild. And generally those over the back fouls are a function of some sort of comeback code, which I'm not a really big fan of. And I guess I'm not going to get that triple-double. This keeps happening to me. I was 2 assists and 1 point short. I'll just have to keep trying. And that was a close game. That wasn't like, the previous one where I was just blowing the guy out. And he had a legitimate lineup. When you have Diamond Marc Gasol, you're always in the game. And I think I'm going to have to get this triple-double by halftime or the end of the third quarter. But I look forward to bringing you my next attempt. Hopefully it's successful.